Okay guys, just before I start this video, I successfully drilled out the second bolt. Upon drilling out the second bolt, I realized that my drill was in reverse, and that's why I achieved the results I did. Anyway, so nothing's changed. You just use a small bit, and then get in deep enough, and then attach the large one size up bit onto the drill, and drill it out. See, this is the second one. So I only had 2 to do, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video and that you guys learned something from this. Enjoy. Yeah, hey guys, I'm back. Do something a bit different today. So I wonder if you guys ever had this issue where you've stripped one of your bolts that tie your wheels to your frame. Yeah, so that's what I've done here. So if I try and turn this, it's going nowhere. Even if I try and put a different Allen key in there as the bigger one, I still get the same result. It either doesn't fit in there or just kind of spins around and nothing happens. The reason why this happened was because I was using one of these to take the wheels off when I was doing a wheel rotation, and because of the length and the way you hold it, if it's too tight and you can't, and you're struggling to turn to get it out because it's basically seized in there, if you apply too much pressure and you don't push down hard enough, you sometimes twist your hand and anyways, where was I? Yeah, so if you're turning and you're really pushing hard and you're turning really hard too, sometimes you can bend your wrist a bit, and then it slips out and it kind of strips the whole bolt. And which was my mistake, because usually when that happens, when it's seized in there or if it's too tight, you usually need to take the shorter end of the Allen key, put it in, and then take a hammer and you knock it until you shake it loose, and then you'll be able to turn it and it will come out. Obviously that one wasn't very tight, but just to let you know, if you do ever struggle to take out a bolt from your frames, put the Allen key in there on the shorter end and knock it with a hammer, otherwise you're going to strip the bolt, and then it becomes very difficult to take your wheels out your frame. Anyway, so if you were an idiot like me and you managed to strip your bolts, there's another way of taking them out. This way requires a hell of a lot of patience and quite a bit of effort. It's really not ideal to even get to this point. I think it's just see, if that was any tight, I would have needed a hammer to take that out, but that was fine. Also, I'd recommend just using the Allen key to loosen, that comes with your skates, to loosen your wheels from your frame. Don't get something like this. The reason why I bought this was to take the bearings out so I could clean them, and because it came with that little point there to take out the wheels from the frame, I thought I could just use this all the time, but anyway, that's not very ideal. So before you start to attempt to take something like this out, you're going to need a few things. Again, you need a drill, and the drill bits I recommend you use are HSS drill bits. I'll show you the difference quickly. So This drill bit, the sharp point at the top, this is a wood drill bit, something used for wood, and not recommended for this. It will eat through that drill bit immediately. Something like this is used for brick, so also not ideal. The HSS drill bit looks something in between those two. Let's get a 6 out here. Very dark drill bit, slight point and very curved edges. So this is something you use to drill into aluminium. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what they look like. Anyway, so you're gonna need, I suggest getting a couple of sizes, because they get hot and blunt, and you have to swap out. So I generally go with a 5, 6, and 8, and I would start with the 8 just to get rid of all of the side, but I wouldn't recommend going too deep with the 8, otherwise you're going to drill into your frame. And this is the risky part when it comes to drilling these things, because you might end up damaging your frame. And then just a little disclaimer, I would recommend using eyewear protection. The last time I did this, I never used earplugs and I was there for a week. And maybe safety gloves, because this metal breaks off into little shards and it can get under your skin, and that's quite painful. And you're going to need a glass of water, not to drink, but like I said, when you drill into this, it gets extremely hot, and you're going to need the glass of water to cool it down. I'm not going to use these today because I've got my sunglasses on. I'm facing the sun, so that I'm not wearing it to be cool or anything. It's just that the sun is getting into my eyes. And yeah, I'll be farraning the whole time if I didn't have them on. Also, my eyes are very sensitive to light, and because I wear sunglasses all the time. So anyway, so we're gonna get that on. So you don't need a very fancy drill to do this. Just any drill will do. I've seen people use battery powered ones, but the ones with the cord are always a lot stronger, more powerful. I think this is a 550 watt, which is fine. Like I said, I've done this before with my maximum 80 frames. This is my wife's maximum 84 frames, and so she's using my maximum 90 frames, and I'm actually thinking about putting this on my Twister 80s. So what are we starting off with? Right, so we're going to start with the 8. So like I said, this takes a very long time, preferably like half an hour to an hour on each bolt you're trying to undo. So hopefully you only have one. The last time I did 3, I spaced it over a span of 2 days, I think. I'm going to swap the drill over to drill instead of the hammer, and get my gloves on. And we're going to start this painful process. I've got a piece of block of wood in case I slip, so I don't hit the table with the drill bit. I'm going to try and need to get a center. Oh, let me just get my earplugs in. We're going to speed this up because it's, like I said, it takes an awfully long time. sticker's going okay. There's some water on there. Yeah, this is going to get into your bearings, so you're probably going to have to clean your bearings after you've done with this. Switch over to hammer. Okay, I'm going to swap drill bits now. You just kind of have to play it every time you swap. Just see how far you get. Once the bolt's out, you'll see what the aim is of how you need to get it out. Because when I first did this, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just drilling right into it. But there is a certain point where you can drill up to. And switch over to drill. I think at the moment I'm using a 5mm, if you guys were wondering. It's just a quick rinse. So this is when it starts taking a long time, once you get to a depth like that, because it starts smoothing out. That's why I like to swap between drill and hammer, because drill kind of smooths it out and hammer kind of knocks it. Switch over to hammer again. Yeah, it's getting there nicely actually. I think this is one of the better ones I've done. The first one I drilled out, I kind of almost broke the frame because I had no idea what I was doing. Second one went a bit easier. And I think this is my third one I'm doing. This is going a lot smoother. Let's get some more water on there. I'm switching over to the drill again, just to let you guys know. Smoky. Yeah, it's also best just to dip the drill bit in the water now and then. We are getting there, boys and girls. If you have a more powerful drill, I think it would be a bit easier. Because again, I need a closer look there. Oh, that's nice and deep actually. Okay, I'm going to switch over now to 6. And there we are, boys. What's that? Actually, this is the first time that this has happened, where the screw comes out like this. Usually I drill all this away. But that's that, actually. That was very nice. That was a lot simpler than the last time. I'm quite surprised. This has never happened to me before. Hopefully the others, I think I got 2 or 3 more to do. The others are the same. Fantastic. Okay, so I think I know what happened here. because I went so deep with the 6, the 8's kind of, when I hammered into the thing and it's turned it out. So I think that's the objective here then. Use smaller bits to get in there nice and easy. First use the biggest, use an 8 just to open it up. Then use a 6 and use a 5mm and go very deep. As deep as you can, nice and straight and in. And then swap over to a 6. And then the 6 will lock in and turn it out. Fantastic. Sorry about all my sniffing. I've been sick for the past week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. I haven't been skating much either because of it. Been trying to do some exercise, but it takes my breath away. But I'm getting there, getting better. This has worked very nicely. I haven't even touched the frame. And the other one I actually drilled those bits away. So I had to use washers and then put the screw in to prevent it from falling through. Okay, so now I know what to do. Anyway, I'm gonna continue doing the next one, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers guys, peace.